demands are we making again?
Have you forgotten the exposition again?
No.
Well, forget it. I am not going through that again.
Fine. You know, hit the terrace, I'm glad we had this time together. Subjecting an entire race of creatures to our desires and breaking the backs of the all-powerful dudes.
Oh, all powerful? They're not all powerful. Don't be ridiculous. They're like almost all powerful. Don't you know anything?
I just have short attention span.
Okay, why do I even talk to you? I'm just gonna practice flying. I can't really get a hang of these wings.
Oh, it's easy. I flew yesterday.
You did not.
I did. I flew up to the wall. It was fantastic. The rush of the wind past my wings, the screams of the people I almost attacked.
What do you do with them?
They flat.
Yeah, but is there's a trick, right?
Try jumping up and down.
It's not working.
It might not work if you're fat.
I am not fat.
Fine. Maybe you're just a flightless bird.
Okay, that's insane. Why would I want to be a flightless bird?
Hey, I'm sure many flightless birds live full, productive lives. They don't even consider themselves deficient, which they are.
I'm not deficient.
Of course you're not. You're different. You're especially different. I'm trying to use reassuring words to keep the mind off the fact that you're horribly inferior to the rest of us. Set your sights low. Since you can't fly, that's all you'll be able to reach anyway.
Okay, I'm going to be able to fly.
Of course you will. Of course. And you'll find a woman who will love you for who you are, inadequacies and all. And she'll overlook the fact that you're really only half a bird, and she'll lust after a bird who can actually fly, like, say, like me.
Shut up, you'll please.
I'm only trying to help.
You know what? If only I had some word of the gods.
True. Want to see me fly?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
So I says to him, you can't build this wall without greasing a few palms on the union board, which I am president and 5 of the 9 members of. So what did he do? The wall got built, didn't it? How you doing?
Fine.
Can't fly.
I wish you wouldn't tell that to people.
What do you mean you can't fly?
I don't know. It's just...
Won't work if you're fat.
That's what I told him.
I'm not fat.
Someone ought to push him off the cliff. Then he'll fly. That's a good idea.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll stay on the ground now. Just for now, yeah.
I've lowered his expectations.
You know, I know a guy who can kind of do things to people if you need some help.
No, we're okay. We're okay, thanks.
Let's go with Titmouse. Stinks like a flightless in here. Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that disrespect?
They were totally dissing you. If I were you, I'd feel terrible right now.
You know what? I come here, try to create a utopia for the birds, give them ultimate power in the universe, and what happens? I get trampled.
And pooped on.
That only happened once. You know what? When the gods surrender, I'm taking all the power for myself.
And that will make you feel more complete.
You know what, Euclides? I've had just enough about your helpful comments for today.
Sorry.
Now I would really like to have some news from the gods.
Guys! I have something important for you. Hey, I love flowers, don't you? And I love sheep. They're not bad. You're right. Hey, let's go watch this one away. It's got cute little button nose, cute little nose, and snorting sounds. It's really cool if you think about it. Do you think there's a god of sheep?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a god of sheep.
You can understand her?
Of course. What's the important news?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I forget. Hey, do you think there are frogs in heaven? I hope so, because I love frogs.
I also enjoy frogs.
No, there's news?
Yeah, I forget. Hey, what kind of show is that?
Hey, no, tell me the news.
So I flew up to Olympus to look around, also because they have really big faces up there. And I love a good pastry, especially with boysenberry filling, which I've never seen very alive. Anyway, I was having a pastry, and I heard Zeus, and he was really angry, and he said he was going to destroy the birds and destroy them all. And he was going to send down a whole bunch of lightning bolts, but for some reason he couldn't, because he didn't understand push of snow. So then he sent some bad words and kicked his dog. Which I thought was really mean. him. And then he yelled at Hera, and then Hera yelled back at him and made him wash the dishes. Sister didn't want to wash the dishes, so instead he came with a different plan to infiltrate Birdville, and he was going to send down a goddess to check things out.
Well, a goddess?
Yeah.
Which goddess?
He didn't say.
Oh, please be Aphrodite. Please.
Oh, she's here right now.
That guy's kind of a slut.
I know. Can't wait to meet her.
She's here right now.
What? How do I look? How do I look? Tell me, how do I look?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I saw you in the change room once, and you have a very large wingspan, so that might help.
You think a large wingspan will impress a goddess?
No. I think you're going to have to seduce her with your interview.
Damn it. Swing!
What's up?
Hi, my name is Fitzgerald. This is my associate Euphides. Together, we ruled Birdville.
No, that's Evos.
Sorry. Did I say we? I mostly meant me. I meant me. I rule Birdville. If a power that impresses you.
Whatever. Is there like anything to do around here?
What?
This place is boring and it sucks.
We're working on it.
Okay, so Hera sent me down here to figure out what you guys are doing. Whatever, I don't care. It's not like I matter anyway.
I'm sorry. What's your name?
Iris, I hate it.
Oh, I think it's a pretty name.
Shut up. It's a name for grandmas.
Well, what do you got up there?
Pain, I wish. No, I'm just a messenger goddess. I go back and forth with my symbols.
The what?
Rainbow. I hate rainbows. Like, I was into rainbows like 300 years ago, you know? And then it's like, I don't like rainbows anymore, but they won't let me switch. So now I'm stuck with the lame rainbow symbol, even though I hate it. I mean, I've painted my whole circle black and everything, but still, we have a freaking rainbow come shiny in anytime anyone does something. It's so lame.
I like rainbows.
Okay, Iris. Well, I need you to tell Zeus for me.
I don't work for Zeus, I work for Hera.
Okay. Well, I need you to go back to Olympus and tell Hera to tell Zeus that we're going to cut off your supply of sacrificial smoke unless they surrender their power to the birds.
You seriously want me to tell her that?
Yes.
Whatever.
You can say nicely if you want.
Whatever.
Well, wait a second.
What?
What are you doing later?
Nothing.
Do you want to do something?
With you?
Yeah.
Are you like a bird or a human? I can't figure out what you're supposed to be.
Oh. And whatever you want.
I'm a goddess.
Oh, I know. You are a hot goddess. You're like the goddess of hotness.
I'm not going to date a mortal.
But
I've gone out with 100 human Titan before, okay? I'm not going out with you.
What's it like to go out with a guy with 100 hands?
It's kind of like a car wash. Not in a good way. You guys are lame. I'm going to go write my journal.
You wrote this.
I'm gonna marry that girl, you'll please.
You sure you want to?
Misery, agony, life is unending torment. I hate the clothes at the Gap this year. I went over to Apollo's mansion last night. He is so hot, but he doesn't want anything to do with me. He says I'm too young for him. I'm 347 years old. I don't understand why I gotta be treated like a kid. If you knew the real me, I know he'd like me. But he's too busy chasing after Aphrodite, who's just a slut anyway. Should have seen the shirt she was wearing yesterday. Gross. Boobs popping out everywhere like, oh, look at my chest. I'm the goddess of cleavage. I hate her, bending over all the time. Slut. I wish I was the god of something cool, like volcanoes or skateboarding. Then maybe Apollo would like me. I hate my life. It sucks that I'm immortal. I wish everyone else would die, but they can't, because they're immortal too. I don't even have any cool worshippers. My high priest is this dork named Andrew, which is a lame name if you ask me. He's all, Iris, let me worship you. And I'm like, ew, get away. Last night, he sacrificed a sheep just to get my attention. And I'm like, desperate much? I don't even like sheep. So I cursed him with all these boils and stuff to show I was pissed off and everything. And he sacrificed another sheep. So I made him go blind, and he walked off a cliff, which was kind of cool. But then I felt bad because my dad's like, "You're not supposed to kill your priest." And I'm like, "I didn't kill him. I just blinded him, and he walked off the cliff on his own. I can't be responsible for that." And then I felt bad, so I went to Hades and like, "Hades, can I have my priest back?" And he's like, "Okay, as long as you give me the souls of the firstborn of a dozen of your worshippers." So I'm like, "Fine, whatever." So now I've got Andrew back, but he's all horribly disfigured from the fall where the rocks hit his head on the way down. And he's still blind, and he's still got the boils, and he's supposed to be my earthly representative, right? And now he thinks I've raised him from the dead, so now he thinks he's got to sacrifice a whole herd of sheep. I'm now with the sheep. Of course, now he can't even find the sheep because he's just stumbling around in the field. They're just sitting there laughing and bawing at him as he walks around with all these broken bones. Hades didn't bother fixing them up all, you know. And then he's got one arm that's like pulverized and hanging limp from his shoulder. And meanwhile, there's no worshippers at my temple because this tard's there drooling all over himself. He's still got enough sense to say, Iris, I love you. Oh, the pain, it hurts. Help me. Blah, blah, blah. So then, just for kicks, Fastest cursed my priest with immortality. So now I can't even kill him.
I love you.
What?
You're everything a woman should be. Mean, capricious, and totally smoking hot.
Well, you could be one of my worshippers, I guess. I may have to curse you, though. I just do that sometimes.
Would you go out with me if I was the richest man in the universe?
I'm more into inner beauty.
Really?
Yeah. But, how rich did you say you were going to be?
I own the wall that separates the gods from mankind.
No, actually the birds own that.
No, the birds built it. It was my idea, therefore I own it. It's like intellectual property like in Hollywood. Whoever comes up with the idea owns it forever and nobody can take it and make a bunch of money off it without paying them.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The wall.
What wall?
The wall!
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
So what do you say?
I think you're like Walmart and I'm like Macy's. So I'll be going.
What? You tell the gods we're finished. The birds are the ultimate power in the universe now. I'm still single!
You seem sweet.
I think things are gonna work out with us. Yeah. She just needs to respect me a little bit more.
Yes. Gentlemen, or rather, former gentlemen.
I know the leader.
I'm here to offer congratulations to myself. Seems that everything is going swimmingly.
Oh, have the gods surrendered?
No, not yet, but once we choke off all their smoke, they'll be powerless to act. I have to say, this is the best plan ever devised by man or bird. There must be 10,000 humans lined up, trying to get in.
Really?
Yeah. We won't let them in, though. I'm against illegal immigration. I mean, maybe we could let in one or two that can fly or speak the language, but we won't let the poor people in. I like to keep the poor people where they belong.
Oh, yeah, wise choice.
We will let Canadians in, though. They're kind of like hot northern snow babes, you know?
How does your wife feel about that?
Well, to be honest, friends, Prockney can be a little jealous at times. She's been beheading good-looking females lately, and it kind of puts a damper on my prospects. Every time I start flirting with girls, shing, her head goes rolling down the street.
Maybe you should just stick to your wife.
If I learned anything from these experiences, it's that I'm not responsible for my own actions.
Aren't you looking at my husband? No, he's a big bird. Why would I?
I really love that woman.
Well, listen, Bucks, maybe we should be focusing more on the gods' counterattack than you getting some tail feathers.
To be honest with you, I only really got into the cake business to pick up chicks, so...
I thought you got into the cake business because you were cursed for picking up chicks.
Well...
Well, look, how about this? How about you give me control of the day-to-day operations of the kingdom,